did that. We built that joker from the crankshaft. All the way up from the crankshaft. We did that. What's up, everybody? So right now you guys are looking at my air conditioned manifold, and I just finished installing 1 can of Freon. And look, I also have the vacuum. And the way this works is I had to vacuum all the air out the line. I had to vacuum all the liquid water out of the line, and then I use the system here to install the Freon. And we're gonna go outside, and I'm gonna start the car up, and we're gonna test it and see how cold it gets. But before I do that, I just want to also let you know that I did get my new. Here's 2 boxes there. 1 box was my old one. One box was one that came off the car when we initially bought it, and so now I have 3 in this area, and 1 new one is on the car. And these are the old valve covers. This is the valve cover that came off, that I took off my other BMW, and it wasn't working, but I wanted to try it and see if it worked on the new BMW, the white one. It did not. It was creating too much of a vacuum. This is the one that came with the car. Now, I'm not sure if this one works, but I do see that they did a little repair on it. And I also noticed that when they were taking off, so at some point in time, when they were taking off the valve cover, someone forgot that there was one in the corner in the very back, and they snapped that one. So I didn't want to use this one, so we went and got a new one. Let's take a look at it. Okay, the new one is in. It came with a different oil cap. The one that normally has this car has the BMW logo on it, but that just says oil. But the new one is in, and I have started it, and there's no vacuum issues at all. It actually purrs like a kitten. Of course, we also installed our new BMW grills on this car, so we're good there. Let's check out the air condition real quick. So there you go. Look like I want to add some coolant to here before I get started again. Okay, just topped off the coolant. It's back over max now. Okay, so one thing I'm going to go ahead and do is probably buy a new starter, because watch this. All right, so I have a hesitation on my starter. I feel it and replace the starter on this vehicle. But we're gonna go ahead and test out the air condition now that I've installed some Freon. And this is a infrared heater. Infrared AC unit. What you do is you aim it at, and I'm gonna make sure I got it on nice and high. All right, it's on high. It's on 60 degrees. And let's see the temperature over here. It says 80 degrees. And let's see what we got coming out. Ooh, 75, 74, 73. Okay. Good. There we go. 65. Yeah. Ooh. Come on. Work it, baby. Let's get to 60. Come on. Let's get to 60. Let's get to 60. That's what I got the dash at, 60. So it's going to try to get to 60, hopefully. Let it cool up a little bit. See what that one looking like. That one's showing 67. Okay, well, you can see the AC is cooling, so that's what we wanted. We got that taken care of. Now, I still haven't taken it for a test drive because out of my driveway, because once I got the engine running quietly and smooth, and let it run for a while, I had a message come on my dash that said fuel supply driving has been limited. So what that tells me is that I do need to go ahead and replace my low pressure fuel pump, which is at the seat back here. It's up under the seat, so I'm gonna go ahead, this car on the road, I am going to replace at least my fuel pump. My starter seems a little sluggish. I need to replace that too. So I probably got 2 more things to order. I have a fuel pump, a low pressure fuel pump to change out, I see Amazon got them for about $80, and then I got to get a starter. I think those run about, I think I did one before. I think those running about $100 as well. So I got a couple more $100 to put into here, and I could actually go feel comfortable and safe about putting this on the road. I did the leather a little worn out here, but my plastics are nice and clean and good. I did all of them. Everything is all done here. We're just waiting to get the car detailed, and we're good to go. But as for now, I mean, I could drive it, but I know that fuel supply is going to trip, and I'm gonna be pushing this car with the fuel pump out. Nope, we're gonna replace the fuel pump. We're gonna keep it going. Almost there. I could actually drive it and put it on the street, because everything that I want to do right now can be done on the street, and that way I can pull the Rolls Royce back into the garage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we out.
All right, you guys, so today we're going to be doing a case study on the EKPM, which is the fuel control module, right? So I have my infrared heater here, infrared temperature thermometer, and it's going to tell me how hot this is. Now I have a BMW 535 here, and I also have the BMW white 535 there. The white BMW 535 was cutting off after a certain period of time. It would cut off. So what I did, mine, the black one, which is perfectly fine, I took my fuel module out of that one and I placed it over here to see if I was gonna get anything different. It's still running. They both been running for the same exact time. So I'm gonna take the temperature of this one here, which is the good one that came off my black one, and it's showing a temperature of 102, temperature of 102 with it just running. Okay, now this is the good one. Now I'm gonna come over here to the one that I took out of my white 535, which I consider the bad one, and I'm gonna take a temperature of this one. So I got my thermometer here, it's on there, and this one is running a temperature of 106. So we got 102 to 106. Now if my black, oh, now it's at 107. So this one, this control module is getting hotter, right? So I wanted to eliminate the fact that I had a bad fuel pump, because I was going to order a fuel pump and I was going to order the module. So I ordered both the fuel pump and the module, right? But what I'm coming to realize is that I believe this module here is bad because it's getting really hot, and when it gets a certain temperature, it's going to cut off the fuel. So this car, the black 5 Series 535 BMW, is probably going to cut off when that temperature gets to a certain amount. Now this one here, we saw that one was at 107 over there. The bad one was at 107, and this one here is at 102. So it's at 102. So at what temperature does the fuel control module shut the fuel pump off because it's too hot? Now it shuts off, which means that I don't need another fuel pump, because if that was the case, if and when it cuts off, that tells me that it's not my fuel pump, it's definitely the control module. But we're going to replace, they're really simple to replace. They're right there in the trunk, a couple 10mm bolts. You unscrew a couple plastic nuts and you can swap those right out. That's what I'm going to do. Let's check the temperature of this one again, see if we're still at 102. Let's see. Yeah, we're at 102, 103. Let's see one real quick. Yeah, this one is definitely at 108. Let's see how hot that is. Yeah, that's a lot. That's kind of warm right there. So I'm assuming that when they get hot, they shut the fuel pump off because something is not right. Okay, you guys, this is the first test drive in the BMW 5. It does have this auto shut off. So the first time it did that, I was like, oh my gosh, it cut off on me. but in actuality, it's the auto cutoff. I have not changed the fuel pump. I haven't done anything with the fuel pump. As you know, this was one of the things that I wanted to repair before I took it for a drive, was replace the fuel pump. But what I did do is I took the fuel pump. Why I say adaptive lights? What's going on? That's not good. Adaptive light malfunction. Let me see. Adaptive light malfunction. So it's in my. I just got a dash that said adaptive headlight malfunction, so I'm gonna check that out a little bit later. Actually, my lights. It's daytime. Shouldn't I? Okay. So yeah, I didn't change the fuel pump, but what I did is I took the fuel module out of my other BMW and put it in here, and I was able to kind of understand how it works. And basically what it's doing is that once it gets too hot, it will shut off the fuel pump, which means that I don't need another fuel pump. I may just only need the fuel pump module, because I'm driving this one right now with the one that I took out of my other BMW, and it hasn't shut off. I've driven a little while right now, and I have power. It's not tripping. It rides smooth. It's nice and quiet. I think we did it, guys. I think we did it. I don't even have a problem. I'm not even having a problem with the starter now. It starts up, and I'm just taking back roads right now, because if it does shut off, I don't want to be on the main road or nothing like that. I'll just go and get my tow strap and tow it back to the garage. But oh man, the suspension feels really good. It's quiet. The big thing I see here is I got a crack in my windshield. You might not be able to see it, but so I'm gonna go and get another windshield, and we're gonna get that, take this one out, and we're gonna replace that. But yeah, you guys, I think we did it. I think we bought a car for $1,400 and turned it into a $7,500, $8,000 car that has decent mileage, but has a rebuilt engine, nice and clean on the inside, and you know, just some little things. The paint, the exterior is pretty good. Yeah, so here we go. We in there, man. Woohoo! All the windows work. AC is blowing cold. It's quiet. Yeah, we did good, you guys. All right, what's the next project? Stick tuned. Make sure you hit like, subscribe. I want to get a BMW i8 and I want to rebuild and be a BMW i8. So that's going to be the next thing. And then maybe I'll jump to a Rolls-Royce Wraith, or a Rolls-Royce a Ghost or something like that next. But in the meantime, it's your boy Yuka. That's right, the millionaire, the rapping Rolls-Royce rapper. That's me. Let's get it. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we got one. Yeah. Alright, so I've been letting this car run with this module in it, and it's reaching temperatures of 121. Outside, the temperature is probably about 90 degrees outside. So from 90, it's 30 degrees hotter than it is outside, is how hot this is. I'm waiting to see if the car shuts itself off, the fuel pump shuts off, because it's so hot. And that's what I want to see happen. That way I know I can actually just replace this. My other one only got up to 115 degrees, and that was with heavy, I was driving it around. This has just been sitting in my driveway running, and it's at 120, 22 degrees.